obviously, I have not been very active here on booktube as of late. There are a multitude of reasons for this, and I will touch upon some of those in a little bit. I've still been watching videos, but I haven't been actively commenting and posting and just being a part of the community, and I really, really miss it. I'm about to turn 30. It's, well, at the time in which I'm filming this video, it's exactly 1 week. And we're about to start a new year, 2025, just the roundness of that number. It just feels right, you know? It's also arbitrary, I know, but it's feeling like the stars are aligning and I want to come back. For this video, I'm actually going to be doing the YouTube comeback tag, which was created by Shelby Masako, and I'm just gonna kind of go through the questions, touch on the reasons why I've been away, what's been happening, and what to expect going forward, I guess. Let me just set the bar really low right now so that we're not disappointed. How long was your break from YouTube or booktube? It hasn't been a particularly clean break per se. I was like clinging on for dear life, I think, and I really should have just intentionally taken a step back. I still have been posting the occasional video. Most of these have been for the Breath of the Wildathon, which is the readathon that I co-host with Red. And I've also kind of particularly recently started doing a few more reading sprints here and there. But besides like the Breath of the Wildathon videos, those live shows, and my most recent video, which was my Japan travel vlog, the last time I properly posted was the 19th of July 2021. Where have I been? I think the main factor has been that I just was really burnt out and I just kept trying to push through it rather than allowing myself the time and the space to recover from it. I just feel like I lost all of the steam, my energy, creativity to post videos, and kind of fell out of love with it a little bit. It's also just been a very interesting few years. My mental health has not been the best, which can make it really hard to sit down and film a video. I don't want to be really like numb or emotionless. Like I want to film. And so it's definitely hard when that is quite unreliable, and the times within my like schedule and my calendar that would be ideal to film, I might not particularly be in the best space for it. My reading over the last few years has also been at a low. There've also been a couple of moves, and we're now living with Alex's dad, and you know, going from an apartment with just Alex and I into a more shared space, so there's like less room where I feel free to film videos, if that makes sense. But also, like, the majority of my books are in storage, which is a shame, but it is what it is. It's only a temporary thing. I've also been finding and focusing on other hobbies other than reading, and that is definitely a good thing. I mean, in terms of my reading, it means that I've got less of a chunk of the pie that I can dedicate towards reading, but I've been like discovering a lot about myself and exploring new things that bring me joy, like diving a little deeper into video games, also starting to do pole dancing and aerials, and really putting a lot of my energy into like my physical health as well has been amazing. Also crocheting. This mushroom hat makes me so happy. So what can you expect from me or my channel now that I'm back? I'm hoping to do reading sprints somewhat regularly. This is very dependent on the living slash work slash schedule situation, but I just love doing it because it's such a good way to connect with you all. But I also find that the biggest chunk of reading that I do has been while hosting reading sprints, because it keeps me accountable. You know, like if I'm just lying on the couch reading in my own time, it's a lot easier for me to get distracted or change what I'm doing. You can also expect, I'm sure, plenty of reading vlogs. I have a lot of video ideas of things that I would like to do, and a good chunk of those are reading vlogs that I'm really excited about. One of them that I'd like to prioritize is reading and watching Pride and Prejudice for the first time. I think the only experience I've had with it is the Lizzie Bennet Diaries, the like YouTube web series. That was like a modern adaptation of it. But yeah, I have not touched Pride and Prejudice, and I think I'm long overdue for that. So yes, vlogs, and also just various recommendation videos. It's been quite a few years since I've posted my regular content, and whilst my reading hasn't been as fruitful as it would have been like 5-10 years ago, I have still been reading, and I have read some fantastic books that I just haven't had the opportunity to talk about. Like, there's so many things that I would like to rave about. If there's anything in particular that you would like to see from me, please do let me know. I do have a lot of ideas, but it's like, where do I start? What is not going to drain me? And I guess, what would you be interested in seeing? Are there differences from your content from before? I'm honestly not sure. When I kind of first started, I did have some more regular pieces of content like monthly book hauls, monthly TBR videos, monthly wrap-ups. I don't have quite a desire to do that as strictly as before, but that's not to say that I wouldn't do that type of content altogether. I don't know. I feel like I'll just be a bit more free-flowing and less strict on the timing of things. But I mean, the content itself will still be primarily bookish. Something that has kind of crossed my mind is, yes, I was burnt out, but I also felt uninspired and lacking in creativity. And I think those probably partly contributed to the fact that I started to despise the editing process. But I would like to experiment or just have a bit more fun with how I'm putting together content and producing videos so it feels a bit more exciting and different. I don't know exactly how that would manifest and come to fruition, but it is something that I've been thinking about. And Joel from Fictional Fates a few months ago posted a video talking about falling in love with creativity again. If you haven't seen that video, I would recommend taking a look at it down below. I just found it really inspiring and it was so beautifully put together. And in that video, Joel mentioned how he discovered a lot of creators who make really cinematic videos and how he fell down a bit of a rabbit hole learning about that process, and I too fell down a bit of a rabbit hole as well. So I've also been watching a lot of other videos, not just within the booktube community, just absorbing a lot of different styles of content and how people make videos, and it's just been really inspiring and also a contributing factor to me getting excited about the idea of making content again, that I can try new things and it doesn't have to just be a static sit down video. So that's a prospect that I'm excited about. But I think the main hurdle is just going to be like getting used to filming and talking in front of a camera again. Even just filming this video, I've caught myself just my eyes completely roaming around the room and not looking at the lens, and I've had to refilm clips because I was like, I'm not engaging with you at all. So we've got a few little hurdles as I relearn how to do things. What is the main goal or main reason for me returning? I've kind of touched upon this a few times in various ways, but like the main thing is that I missed it. I'm still watching a lot of booktube content and I've been trying to be a bit more active, particularly on Bookstagram, but booktube has brought me the most joy and I'm very sad that it's been neglected. What are you most looking forward to now that you're back? First and foremost, reconnecting with the community. Like, I've missed making and posting videos, but I've missed the connection with other like-minded readers, sharing our thoughts, sharing our opinions and experiences and recommendations, and just connecting over our shared love of stories. I've definitely really felt that loss of being in like this super rich and wonderful community. And having been to some in-person bookish events recently where I've met new people and just had such a fun time making new friends, it was just such a heartwarming experience and I've missed that. Do I have a posting schedule or am I more flexible? I think ideally I'd have a loose aim of posting monthly and then ramping that up to twice a month, but I don't want to set a regimented schedule of when I'm going to be posting. I know that algorithmically that's probably a smart thing to do, but I just want to be kind to myself. I don't want to add that level of stress to it, but I also don't want to put myself in a position where I could fail straight away. Let's just not risk putting myself into that mentality and then feeling unmotivated to continue. What other YouTubers or booktubers do I wish would do this video? I recently actually did a bit of a cull of my subscription feed. I think I wanted to go through and clean out some of the channels that aren't booktube related that I don't watch anymore, but I also discovered that there were a lot of booktubers who hadn't posted in years, and it was really sad. There were some people who it like hurt a little too much to unsubscribe from. It just felt like a betrayal, but I also think deep down I'm hoping that they'll start posting again at some point. So some of those channels that I did stay subscribed to were Christina Marie 19, Tiana T, Paper Black Dreams, Possibly Literate, and The Readables. And with Priscilla in particular, I know that that's a very long shot. I think she was probably one of the first people I subscribed to back in 2011 and has been inactive for an incredibly long time. So I'm very doubtful that she'll be rejoining BookTube, but wishful thinking. Anyway, that's the end of the tag. So first of all, a thank you to Shelby Masako for creating this tag, but also a huge thank you to you for clicking on this little old video as I attempt to jump back into one of my favorite hobbies. I really hope things go well. Like, maybe I just need to sell my soul to a demon or something to ensure my success and commitment to this, but it's something that I have been thinking about for a really long time. And there are some videos that I have been mentally planning for months and months. I just haven't actually gotten around to the execution. But maybe posting this will help kickstart everything. Some very good news for you though, and a strong start to this comeback. As I'm turning 30 in a few days, I do have a video going up on my birthday. Touch wood that it goes up on my birthday. The fear is starting to set in because I literally just said that I didn't want to set any hard deadlines because it'll stress me out and I don't want to fail. But I am planning on posting a video on my birthday talking about the 30 books that have changed my life in some way. So yes, that video will be coming. There is no other possibility. Like in every other universe, that video is going up on my birthday. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And a huge thank you to any of you who have stuck around as I've been inactive and like crawling my way back. It really, really means a lot. I really appreciate it. I guess I'll see you next time, which will be in a few days. Bye.